Right. Welcome to Club 86. I am coming today with chefs from the Caribbean. Fast and short private.
I can't shoot them anymore.
Sorry for that.
See the long black cloud is coming down.
There is a feedback, Chef Lemaire.
Feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. 'Cause right now, knocking on a heaven's door. I'm knocking on a heaven's door.
All right, so we have two folks tonight. From Bermuda. Hi, Chef Greg. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, Chef. How you doing?
All right, all right. And we also have Chef Vladimir from Martinique. Chef Vladimir is having some technical difficulties, and so we're waiting for him a little bit. But in the meantime, we don't want to hold the audience back, and we want to make sure that everybody stays entertained and we hit our mark. So this is TASC. Like I said, Travel Advisory Selling the Caribbean. And we are doing 12 days of Caribbean Christmas. Today is the last, but not the least, of the 12 days of Caribbean Christmas. And we're gonna have some fun tonight. We got some special guests. We have a live steel band that will be playing later on for you guys. It's called the City Soft Steel Orchestra. Right now we have Chef Greg Wilson. Chef Greg Wilson is from Bermuda. A little bit about myself. My name is Chef Alain Lemaire. I'm your host for tonight. I am Haitian from Port-au-Prince, Haiti. I currently reside in Miami, Florida. As you know, in the Sunshine State. And I own a catering company in Miami, Florida. It's called Sensory Delights. I'm pleased to be here with you guys tonight so we can have some good food, so we can see some great entertainment from the chefs, learn a little bit more about them, their culture, and also the rum they're using tonight, because rum is also part of the celebrations. So Chef Greg Wilson, if you please want to start, tell us a bit about yourself, the rum you're going to be using, and the dish that you will be creating tonight.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. I've watched almost all the webinars with all the different chefs from all throughout the Caribbean, and I'm very, very pleased to be a part of it. The chefs, our culture is so intermingled and intertwined that almost every dish that I'm doing tonight, I can almost say that, we do it here in Bermuda as well. You know what I mean? That's how close our cultures are. Especially Bermuda, because we're so far away.
Has a feedback.
We're over 1,000 miles away from the closest, which would be the Bermuda. Has quite an affinity for the Caribbean. We have a huge population, multicultural population from all the different islands. Antigua, my wife is from Jamaica. We have St. Kitts. My family's from St. Kitts. Fourth generation Bermudian. My great-great-grandparents came from Sandy Point in St. Kitts, St. Lucia, Orlando down there, St. Lucia. So yeah, the Caribbean is Bermuda as well. All right. I've been cooking since I've been 5 years old. My grandmother had a restaurant and I learned to cook many, many years ago. And was classically trained at Bermuda College and overseas in New York, and worked in hotels and had my own restaurant for 12 years, Red Steakhouse. I've been retired now for the last 8 years, and I'm loving it. I still do private chefing. Quite frequent. And that keeps my fingers in it. up to date. I love to try new things. Right? And so tonight, we're gonna do a traditional Bermuda dish. All of you in the Caribbean know what saltfish is.
Yes.
And I'm going to make a special drink with our Bermuda rum. This is called Gosling's Black Steel Rum. In the 18th century, 1880, the Goslings were left England and they were on the way to the Americas, and the charter ran out, and they were lucky enough to land in Bermuda. And like they say, the rest is a dark and stormy history. So our drink tonight is dark and stormy. Gosling's Black Steel and ginger beer. Okay? Those, that is, you come to Bermuda, you gotta have a dark and stormy. All right? And as for the meal tonight, I'm going to prepare two dishes. I have saltfish, which has been soaking overnight with potatoes. We're gonna make codfish cakes. We're gonna codfish cakes with a pineapple sauce cut up. All right? That's gonna be on the better Bermuda. And mostly one of our local favorites butter pudding with rum-based homemade ice cream that I made already. All right? So that's what we're going to do tonight.
Excuse me, Chef, there is a feed and echo. We can't hear you. Do you have another phone on? Maybe you need to mute the phone.
Chef Greg.
Yes, sir.
Do you have another phone that's on, or is it that's the acoustics in your kitchen?
I think he has two systems on because I see another one with this picture. So I think he has two systems. We just need to mute one. Mute the one that he's not speaking into.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. How's that? That's better?
Yep, that's better.
Better. Thank you very much.
And maybe you should start all over again because we couldn't hear what you were saying.
Okay, no problem. Well, I'm Chef Greg from Bermuda. I've been cooking since I was 5 years old. My grandmother had a restaurant and I learned how to cook. And that's what I learned. And I also went to culinary school here in Bermuda. I graduated from Bermuda College.
Okay, sorry, the echo is still there. Can you put the other system off?
My phone is off. I'm gonna try it.
You know what? It may be Mr. Morgan because I see he doesn't have his unmute. Let me work on that, Kelly.
No, Mr. Morgan is on mute.
He's on mute? Okay, great.
Yeah, my phone is off. It's only one time. That better?
Okay, that's
much better.
Okay.
all right.
What is happening? What is happening here?
Tony Harris is in the house.
Wow, look at that man. How about
What can I say?
wow, this is magnificent. This is wonderful. How is everybody?
Wonderful.
Oh, this is great. Dorit, where are you?
I am here. I'm still trying to get things sorted out. Kelly, do we have is Vladimir on?
We haven't seen him yet.
Okay. I think they're trying to call me. Let me go take care of this.
Well, let me introduce myself to everyone. Hello, everyone. Hi. Oh, Dorit left. She left. I'll wait until everyone's connected. Brother, I need that wine. Whatever it is you're having, I need some of that.
So, Chef Lemaire, you could continue with Greg. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, definitely. So Greg is making for us tonight a Bermuda codfish cakes.
Oh, wow.
Anybody that's not familiar with saltfish, it's pretty much one process that we use to preserve certain products. It's the same thing that they do with cured meats. so salt fish or smoked fish. So in this instance, Chef Greg will be using codfish, which is a fish that is very popular and usage in the Caribbean. And I'll hand it over to Chef Greg right now to elaborate more on the dish that she's going to create for us tonight in the rum. Since we're having a little bit of feedback in the beginning, so we want to talk about the rum that you're going to use and also the dish that you're going to be doing.
All right, wonderful. The dish I'm going to make tonight is a staple in every Bermuda house. Okay? Especially during Easter and Good Friday. Not a household on this island will not have fish cakes and I'll give you a little history about why we use cod. Bermuda, back in the 18th century, created this type of sailboat called a Bermuda rig, which is now pretty popular. It's a single mast. Up until that point, all the sailboats had multiple masts and multiple sails, 3 masts and 3 sails. But the Bermuda sloop was here in Bermuda, and it proved to be much more resilient, much faster. And so as a result, they used to sail this boat down to the Turks and Caicos Islands and rake the salt bed. And they used to take this salt up the eastern seaboard of the US, all the way up to Newfoundland in Canada. And they used to trade it. And in return, they would receive cod up in New England, and they would salt the cod and preserve it for its trip back to Bermuda. So it became a part of our heritage and our culture for the last few hundred years. So, as you know, in different islands, they salt different types of fish. It could be kingfish, it could be wahoo, it could be anything. But here in Bermuda, it happens to be cod. And so tonight, I'm going to make a codfish cake, which is basically a hash made with the fish itself. You have to soak the fish overnight, as you do with all salt fish. And the herbs and spices that I'm going to add to it, you'll get to understand. And everything other than the fish comes right out of my garden. Okay? Right out of my garden. So I love to cook with fresh foods, fresh herbs in particular, like cilantro and tomatoes. Look at these beautiful yellow tomatoes and jalapenos and parsley and oregano and thyme and sage and all of that. So all of this comes right out of my garden. So you can't be fresh. Every chef knows that the secret to good cooking is using fresh made foods. And for the beverage tonight, we have the Gosling's Black Seal. This is our local rum. It is, wow, this is 80 proof, and then we have the 151 proof as well, which I use a lot for cooking when I make Bermuda bananas Fosters. And tonight I actually made a rum and raisin ice cream using the 151, and I soaked the raisins in it overnight. So as you can see, those raisins they're nice and juicy and plump. And I made rum and raisin ice cream with this. So tonight also, I'm going to make a bread and butter pudding. And with that, I'm going to top it with homemade rum and raisin ice cream and the Black Seal raisin. All right?
Awesome, awesome. This sounds already so delicious. And I wish I could just reach through the screen to get some of that rum raisin ice cream.
Oh, yes.
Right. So, Kelly, are we moving forward, or we're waiting a little bit for Chef Vladimir to get on?
We while Greg is working on this dish, we could, Tony and Denroy could start a conversation. Tony and Mr. Morgan.
All right, awesome.
Tony, you muted if you could hear me.
Tap your screen and you can see the microphone pop up, and then press the microphone. You're still muted.
Mute.
Right. Here you go.
And Mr. Morgan, I think he just disappeared.
I think we did. Yeah, I saw him. He was on the move.
Mr. Morgan, if you can hear me, can you come back in the camera view?
So until he comes back,
Yeah,
oh, there he is.
back, and you also muted.
Denroy, can you hear us okay? I think I hear you trying to, but I can't hear you.
He's on mute. Come get it.
Oh, wow. Chef, you were going to work.
This is bread and butter pudding.
Is that what that is?
Yes, this is bread and butter pudding. You just take old bread, 2-day-old bread, and you butter it, and you put it in an egg custard. And you, at this stage, you can add anything you want with it. Tonight I'm going to put some walnuts in it because
Right.
I have the rum and raisins already.
And you've got total discretion, right? Depends on the chef, the size of the pieces of bread, right?
Yes, you can break it up, you can put it in whole, whatever you decide, you know?
Oh, that's wonderful.
And you let it soak it all up.
Chef, can you do me a favor? What is your your egg custard consists of? Somebody asked the question.
Yes, sorry. It's 5 eggs, milk, 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of heavy cream.
Awesome.
1 cup of milk, 1 cup of heavy cream.
And then you have 2-day-old bread in it also.
Yes, and buttered bread.
Awesome.
And here I'm going to take some of those raisins.
The soaked raisins.
In the water. And I'm just going to put a few of them in there.
Awesome. Again, for those who didn't hear, since you hear it, Chef is using a Gosling Black Seal, which is a rum from Bermuda. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna hand it over to Tony so you can have a little bit of conversation with Mr. Morgan. Tony, go ahead.
Denroy Morgan, I am so happy to see you, brother. Can you hear us okay? Oh, I think you're still muted. I think you're still muted, and I have no idea how to give you instructions on how to unmute yourself. I am terrible at these. So if anyone can offer Denroy some instructions on how to unmute, I'd appreciate it because I am helpless.
I don't think his audio is on.
Oh, it's not on yet. Okay, okay.
To unmute, you gotta call over internet.
Chef, you're just going to work there. Look at you.
All right. Well, while Mr. Morgan is trying to figure out the audio, let's go a little bit back to Chef Greg. Chef Greg, if you can unmute for a second and tell us what you're doing right now.
And Chef Vladimir is here now.
Okay.
Wonderful. So I'm just buttering my cup. I'm making individual little cups. And then I just take the mixture. As you can see, it's all
Okay.
Attends, il y a moyen d'avoir l'accès. Est-ce qu'il y a moyen d'avoir une place d'afficher sur le deuxième?
Yes, I'm there.
Chef Vladimir, tu peux mettre mon appareil sur lui.
Ok, attends, Vladimir, on va.
Et
Je mets le truc. Hein.
Il y a plusieurs appareils qui sont ouverts. Veuillez mettre tous les autres appareils seulement le.
Je pense qu'ils vont m'entendre si je leur parle.
Je sais pas.
Il y a un petit
Bon, je sais pas, franchement, je sais pas. Essaye de voir si tu parles anglais.
Ils répondent pas là-bas.
C'est bon là, à l'écran ou pas? On voit bien?
Non, on voit que c'est un peu.
Batterie faible. Non, il faut vraiment trouver une solution là.
Oui, il faut juste en fait ils nous mettent, juste nous afficher nous. Parce qu'en fait on doit prendre en tant que spectateur.
Si vous avez d'autres appareils qui sont
En fait,
ouverts,
il faut qu'il ait celui-là, lui, pour échanger avec eux. Et c'est vraiment... En fait, j'ai mal compris. Est-ce qu'il y
Vladimir,
a moyen de... Je vais juste les switcher.
Donc, tu veux avoir cet accès-là.
Ouais, cet accès-là. Et...
Voilà, donc tu m'envoies le mail.
Voilà.
Oh my goodness.
Doreen,
Yes.
mute everybody.
Yes. Can everyone mute, please? The
No, but like the
feedback
host
is really
mute.
really bad.
Who's ever hosting, is it Kelly? You can mute everybody except for those you want to speak.
Yes.
Hello.
Vladimir, il y a des feedbacks dans le background. S'il y a des personnes qui sont avec vous, qui ont des téléphones qui sont ouverts aussi, veuillez les mettre sur mute.
Hello. J'entends pas très bien.
Alain, tell you what, let me get started with the interview with Tony and Denroy, and then we'll come back to Vladimir, okay?
Okay.
Can everyone put their systems on mute except Tony and Denroy? We're getting some really bad static. Sounds like it went away. But Tony and Denroy, let's start talking. It sounds one of our chefs had problems coming in.
Yeah.
And he's going to need some time to get set up. So let's continue our conversation. Vladimir, we're going to come back to you in a few minutes.
Denroy has no audio, so you need to continue.
Yeah, Denroy, we can't hear you.
His audio is...
Okay, we can hear you now. We can hear you now. Yep, that's good. So listen, let me introduce you, Denroy. Everyone's so excited that you're here. We have Tony Harris. He looks kind of familiar. There's a guy who used to look like him who worked at CNN a long time ago. So if he looks familiar.
Blessed love. Blessed love.
And he's now on the History Channel. He's going to tell us a bit about what he's working on as well. But Denroy, this is a cooking show. And I'm so excited to hear that someone that I've listened to since I was a kid, you were also a chef. And you
Yes,
worked in New
I
York.
was.
Yep, tell us a bit about Denroy. Tony, you're the report. You are the newscaster.
No.
So you jump in.
That was perfect because that's the question I wanted to start with. I mean, I didn't know anything about your journey as a chef. So if you would, I mean, when did that begin and where did the interest start and who got you involved? That's a wonderful story that I don't know about. So I'm always curious. So please share that with us.
Well, first, let me greet you and everyone on board in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, Yeshua, Ben Elohim, the Son of the living God, the redeeming Messiah. I also greet you in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, the restoring Messiah. I believe in faith and works, so I must share my faith with you as I speak in regards to the works that have been done in my life. Yes, as a Jamaican, I was taught to cook by my mother. And I went to America at the age of 19, and I was working as a dishwasher in a restaurant. And based on how I conduct myself, the chef asked me, do I want to learn how to cook? And I said, yes. However, what the process did for me had to drive me in my self-confidence to know that I was on the right path. Why? Because the chef had me peeling onions, 2-3 bags of onions. My eyes was running like I was crying like a baby. Chopping up onions, chopping up pepper, cleaning up turkey, cleaning up chicken, preparing them for the oven. And I said, when am I going to learn to cook? He said, well, you have to learn what you cook with and the name of what you're cooking. So I humble myself and I'm beginning to understand the dishes, like the kashavanish kish. It was a Jewish restaurant. like the potato pancake, the chopped liver, the filter fish, the egg barley soup, the split pea soup.
Yes.
I beginning by straining the gravy and cutting the onions and preparing the chicken and the turkey for the oven. I get to learn the name of the dishes.
Yeah.
Now, let's remember my cooking, there was nothing that I cooked in that kitchen. There was no dumpling, fried dumpling or boiled dumpling. There was no oxtail. There was no curry goat. There was none ackee and saltfish, none of our dishes. So most of these dishes was new to me. And that's why I had to go through that process from a dishwasher to a porter to a shorter to cook. And what happened is that I was there for maybe about 4 months at this time when the chef weren't able to come to work one day, he took sick. There was no corned beef in there. There was no pastrami in there. There was no turkey in there. There was no egg barley soup there that day. And I was able to make all of that. However, I remember the goulash. It's like a stew beef. So I was more familiar with that type of cooking. So I put a little Jamaica flavor in there. Come to realize these Jewish people did like my goulash more than what they normally get. So that was my first experience in cooking on a professional level, cooking the type of dishes that was not of my culture.
Yeah.
And I did it very well until one of the counterman are the guys who make the sandwiches at the front. He was going to open a bagel factory. And he asked me if I want to come with him because I was only 19 years old. I was very manageable. I was very energetic. And I am a warm person. So he offered to pay me $50 more a week. And at that time, I was working for $55 a week from Monday to Friday in a factory. Wow. So for me to go into a restaurant and learn to be a dishwasher, learn to use dishwashing machine, learn how to mop the floor in the kitchen, learn how to serve the waitress and the waiters as
Denroy, I did all of that. I did all of that. It's so funny. So your entry point for a lot of people is through your music, and then you tell this amazing story about being a dishwasher. And folks know me a little bit from the CNN days. What they don't know is that I did the same thing. I started as a dishwasher at a restaurant. I'm curious, did you grow to a place? You stayed with the cooking. Did you ever have a desire to own your own restaurant, or did you own your own restaurant, or do you own one now?
I did establish a restaurant in Brooklyn and Summer Avenue with my brother. Hallelujah. And one of the favorite that I created there was the Jamaica fritters. And because of this agreement with my brother, and I'm a type of guy where whenever I see a roadblock, I don't try to go through it, I go the other way. So I told my brother, I said, you know what? I'm going to continue with my music. You can keep the restaurant. I will come and cook certain things for you at certain time. But I gave up on that business and I pursue my music more seriously.
Wow. I'm curious, as you mentioned Jamaican flavors. For everyone watching and listening right now, what are Jamaican flavors?
Tony, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Let's come back. Denroy, think about that for a second. Let's double back to our chefs because Vladimir is getting started. Give us a few minutes. Let's just get him started. Let's check to see where Greg is. We don't need any burnt food here tonight. We want to make sure they keep their eyes on the ball. So Chef Alain, take us back to our chefs so we can check in on them, and then we'll come back to this great conversation. I want to know if when you were cooking at the restaurant, if people knew that you had a big album and you were, you were blowing up. So we're going to come back to
no.
We're going to come back to you in a minute, Mr. Morgan. Give us a few minutes. Got to hear these stories.
Awesome, awesome. There's some great story that we're hearing right now. Chef Greg right now, I believe he's getting his pot ready so he can do his cakes. So that Chef Greg was rolling the cakes. Chef Greg, if you can tell us a little bit of what you were doing.
Yes, well, I take this, I took the fish and the potatoes and I mashed it. And I mashed it with all the beautiful herbs. I mashed it with thyme and oregano and sage in there. I put some parsley, salt, some pepper, onion, and curry powder. And then you fold it. And once you build it, you egg wash them, dip them in flour, and then.
Awesome. All right, Chef. So we're gonna go over to Chef Vladimir. So everybody, Chef Vladimir speaks French, so I will have to do some translations for you guys, so we can make sure that you guys understand what he's doing and everything. Chef Vladimir, s'il te plaît, tu peux retirer le mute pour qu'on puisse parler.
Sorry, we are late, very late. We have some technical problems. So I am Stéphane Matko, I'm the rum provider. And here's Vladimir François Maïkouva, he's the chef tonight. And he's gonna present you his recipe. Sorry, I'm coming back. He's gonna introduce you to his recipe, marinated guinea fowl. Sorry. Marinated guinea fowl with traditional herbs from the garden and some yam. So Vladimir, please come.
Yes.
And tell us a few words about your recipe.
Donc, on a la jolie pintade qui est là.
The guinea fowl is here.
Voilà, qui a été élevée sainement dans nos prairies en Martinique, originaire de la Martinique.
Stevie is the provider of the guinea fowl.
Hello. Alors, franchement, en anglais, c'est nul. Je vais vous le dire directement.
He can't speak English.
On peut le prendre en créole parce que la Caraïbe, c'est le créole qui fonctionne.
Yes, mais vas-y, parle en créole. Nous, un coup de créole.
Donc, là, maintenant, on produit qui sortit la caille maman-mère. Maman-mère qui est arrivée, tout bête, en manière. Produit ça, qui fait. Comme maman, liche la qui a découpé et m'a amené un bas chef là. Donc, sans surprise, écoute, c'est un homme qui a l'autre. Et c'est comme ça que nous avons ça dans la Caraïbe là.
Okay.
So, we have a marinade already started. And then here we have the guinea fowl. It's the raw guinea fowl, uncut. And Vladimir,
voilà.
It's up to you now.
Donc, on aura fait mariner la pintade avec le rhum. Donc, ce sera un VSOP des héritiers Matko avec des petits aromates de chez nous qu'on a cueillis dans le jardin. Donc, on aura du piment végétarien, on aura du persil, on aura de l'oignon pays, toutes ces choses-là qu'on peut retrouver dans les îles de la Caraïbe.
So, just a little translation. So, the guinea fowl has been marinated with this very special product from Martinique, héritier Matko. I'm the provider.
Voilà, il faut bien spécifier.
Yes.
Tout ça, que c'est lui qui a fait, mais ça.
It's protected designation of origin Martinique. This is agricole rum, no molasses, directly made of sugarcane juice, with no extra sugar, no artificial blending. It's 100% pure. And there is something peculiar about this. It's been black owned for 5 generations. I'm generation number. Okay, Vladimir, come back.
Donc après l'avoir laissé mariner quelques heures avec notre jolie marinade, on va cuire la pintade. Donc on va la cuire sur coffre. On va la cuire sur le coffre. Donc on va la cuisson à l'os. Donc ça va donner un petit goût encore plus agréable, plus subtil, et qu'on va faire cuire dans du jus de canne à sucre. Toujours pour rester dans l'esprit canne à sucre du rhum qu'on va marier avec la pintade.
Well, it's a bit technical, but I'm going to try to translate. So I heard something like bunny cooking. Bunny cooking, I don't know what it is, but maybe the other professionals will understand. And the most important thing is that it's going to be cooked in sugarcane juice, which will marry with the rum, which is agricole. So we're going to have something really, really special and interesting.
Yes. Voilà. Donc après, par la suite, on va le cuire donc, tout doucement, très légèrement, frémissant. Et on va lever les filets, enfin, on va lever comment on dit, les blancs. Voilà, on va lever les blancs pour pas que je me trompe de mot. On va lever les blancs au couteau et après on va venir les cuire légèrement sur une poêle pour apporter ce petit côté croustillant pour le terminer à la fin. Et ensuite, une fois qu'on aura fait ça, on aura fait réduire un petit peu de rhum avec un petit peu de batterie. Donc le sirop de batterie, toujours pour rester encore dans l'esprit canne à sucre, pour le laquer légèrement.
Le sirop de batterie, il est là d'ailleurs.
Yes, il est là.
This is syrup made out of sugarcane. For the translation, Stevie now is going to give it to you in Creole. Please, Stevie. Creole language, Stevie. Donc, on a dit cuisson très lente. Ça va mijoter très lentement. Je reprends les termes. Vas-y, redonne-nous, Vladimir.
C'est ça. Donc, du coup, on a fait mariner. On va les fumer pour garder vraiment la forme. On va les faire mijoter très lentement dans le jus de canne à sucre. Pour que ça arrive à une petite cuisson parfaite sans trop le brusquer, en fait.
Voilà. Allez.
Donc, en manière pour dire, plus est bon temps, plus est bon.
Voilà.
Donc, on va aller en dehors qui aller trop vite. La cuisine, c'est ton cas pour faire. Pour faire bien l'amour. Si vous aimez faire cuisine, il est bon. C'est ça. Et là, chef là, aller en petite manière douce pour pas que la peau a décollé et que peut-être de l'arrêter ferme. Si c'est pas le terme, on n'en parle pas pour créole.
Ça va, on a compris. Oui.
Okay. We're gonna move back to Chef Greg while Chef Vladimir starts.
Yes.
Ah oui, parce que je les entends pas en fait. Ah d'accord. D'accord. Donc là on est juste Facebook.
Ils nous entendent aussi.
Ils nous entendent aussi.
All right, awesome. So I'm gonna do a little quick recap on what Chef Vladimir was saying, just in case you guys missed it. So Chef Vladimir is using a guinea fowl, and it had it marinated in the rum that they have. It's called Matcode, and that rum is actually an African rum. And the gentleman that was speaking in English, he's 5th generation. So he's the one now that's the owner of the company and keep doing the tradition. So the rum is what he's used to marinate the guinea fowl, and then he's gonna cook it in sugarcane juice so he can keep the same spirit of the rum. Since we have 2 types of rum, there's the rum RUM and there's the rum RHUM, also known as rum agricole. So the rum agricole is made out of pure sugarcane juices, versus rum RUM is made from molasses. So, and also he's gonna do some gnocchi with some yams, and also a pumpkin compote and a mousse with the yam. So we're gonna go back to Chef Greg Wilson. Chef Greg, we see that you have your cakes on in the pan. And what are you working on right now?
Right now, I'm doing a pineapple salsa. It goes perfectly for cupcake cakes. These are just about ready. They're, of course, it's a boiled dish already. So I'm just drying them off and making beautiful cakes. So I'm going to take these out and they'll be.
And how do you seal them?
These are Bermuda codfish cakes. They're absolutely delicious.
How long do you sear them, Chef?
About 3 minutes on either side.
All right. And is there a specific type of oil that you use, or you use anything?
Yeah, I use olive oil.
Can you repeat that again?
Yes, I use virgin olive oil.
Okay.
Oil.
Awesome.
And what I like to cook with olive oil because olive oil is sometimes everything. So this is my pineapple salsa. It's almost ready. I have my chopped onions, jalapeno peppers out of my garden, fresh jalapenos, red tomato, yellow tomato, cilantro, and of course we have the chopped pineapple. So I'm gonna mix this up now and make a salsa from it.
This is very colorful. I love colors when you're eating. And you said all these vegetables are straight from your garden.
Right, everything out of my garden.
Cannot get any fresher than that. Okay. We're gonna jump back to Chef Vladimir. Kelly, if you can assist with that, if you can put Vladimir on for us, please. Vladimir is still on mute. Chef Vladimir?
Oui? Yes, we can hear you.
Ok.
Je t'entends.
D'accord. Oui, oui. Et si tu peux plus élaborer sur ce que tu as pour le moment sur le plat.
Ok, donc là justement, on va travailler de la pintade fermière de Martinique qui vient des prairies amants. Donc on a mon boucher qui va vous expliquer un petit peu le produit.
Ok.
D'accord. Donc là, nous avons une pintade qui vient de l'exploitation de mes parents. Ma mère a gardé au principe de nourrir ses pintades toujours à l'ancienne. Elle coupe des cocos, elle fait tout ce qu'il faut. On a des déchets de l'exploitation, c'est-à-dire des fruits, tout ça, on les met pour les pintades. Elles sont en plein air, elles peuvent aller se balader. Ce qui est intéressant avec ces pintades, quand on va ouvrir l'intérieur et prendre le gésier, on pourra voir dans le gésier des graines de broyade, de l'herbe à l'intérieur. Ce qui prouve que la bête pouvait vraiment se balader sur l'exploitation. Et là, ça donne un produit qui a une cuisse beaucoup plus ferme. On aura un petit rouge à l'intérieur de la cuisse. C'est ça le gage de qualité. On va voir que vraiment la bête elle pouvait gratter le sol et qu'elle avait une cuisse qui était ferme. Bien faire.
Oui, tu peux.
Bien cuisiner. On ne va pas oublier qu'il faut avoir un produit de qualité. C'est la base. Alors, je te repose ce petit trésor.
Voilà. Donc là, on a le joli bébé qu'on va travailler ce soir. Et mariner avec du rhum vieux, VSOP, des héritiers mat. Ah, je suis coupé là, on m'entend plus.
On n'entend plus.
Ah si, là c'est bon.
Si, ça y est.
Et il y a Stéphane Matko qui va venir vous expliquer un petit peu l'histoire.
Hi, everybody. So yes, I'm Stefan Matko. I'm the rum provider of Héritier Matko. So we have here a little aged rum, which is agricole rum. In Martinique, we have a tradition of agricole, which means we don't use molasses. The rum is distilled directly from sugarcane juice. And this is a protected designation of origin Martinique. This is the only protected designation for rum in the whole world. And so it's a 4 years old rum aged in oak barrels. And for the story, it's probably the only black-owned rum that's been black-owned for 5 generations. I'm generation number 5. And I'm very happy and honored that this product was selected by Vladimir for his recipe. Thank you.
Donc, comme Stéphane vous l'a expliqué, donc on va travailler le rhum ce soir. Donc, on va marier la pintade, le rhum et ma cuisine. Donc, on est tous les trois présents aujourd'hui dans cette assiette. Et donc là, on a fait une petite marinade avec les aromates du pays. On va fait mariner pendant quelques heures.
Chef Vladimir.
On va la cuire. Oui.
Et s'il te plaît, à chaque fois que tu dis une étape, laisse-moi faire la traduction pour que les gens qui ne parlent pas le français puissent comprendre.
D'accord, ok. Vas-y.
Okay. So Chef Vladimir right now, he says that the rum, that he's going to use it as a marinade for the guinea fowl. He's using the guinea fowl. It's called Pintat Fermier. It's very popular in Martinique. That and the gentleman to Chef Vladimir's right, he's the person that raises those guinea fowls, and they use the same tradition that his grandmother has been using for generations now. So right now he's gonna use some fresh herbs and spices with the rum to marinate the guinea fowl. Vas-y.
Yes. Et après qu'on aura fait mariner la pintade pendant quelques heures, on va la cuire dans du jus de canne à sucre. Au lieu de la cuire tout simplement dans de l'eau, on va la cuire dans du jus de canne à sucre avec des aromates toujours. Pour rester dans cet esprit de canne à sucre, on va la cuire lentement à frémissement pour qu'elle puisse prendre le temps de prendre tous ses goûts et ses aromates.
Okay, so right now, Vladimir said that the next step is that after it has been marinated for over 2 hours, that he's gonna cook the guinea fowl, slow cook, in sugarcane juices. And like I said earlier, sugarcane juices is what they use to make the rum agricole, and the McDo is a rum agricole. So to stay in that same spirit of rum, he's gonna cook slowly the guinea fowl inside with sugarcane juices and some other spices, some other herbs and stuff like that, so you can keep processing what he's doing.
Perfect. Yes, perfect. Après, pour terminer le tout.
Let me jump back in and continue my conversation with Mr. Morgan. We don't want to keep him too long.
All right.
So let me, I'm not sure if Tony's still on, but Mr. Morgan, let's get back to that exciting story about you being in the kitchen. And, I want to hear how you're working in the kitchen and then you come out with this amazing hit a few years later. I want to know how you even found the time to do that. Did your coworkers, were they even aware of that they were working side by side with a superstar, or did you quit the job? So tell us about this journey.
There was some years in between. My starting out as a dishwasher became shot at a
Ok, très bien.
That was
c'est comme tu
from
veux, c'est comme tu sens.
1925. Yeah?
Yes.
And at 25, I was working at Eagle factory.
Can we get the French guys to mute their systems, please? Because we're hearing some feedback. Okay, continue, please, Mr. Morgan.
Yes. So I was really trying to get in my music, but at the same time, I'm trying to make money to send back to Jamaica to my family.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did, I bought a car and make it into a gypsy cab. So I had my own job. This way I could put my band together and start rehearsing. I started rehearsing. I was doing cover songs, like doing the James Brown, the Wilson Pickett, and those type of American songs. And I realized that doing these cover songs is not going to really give me an opportunity to express what I feel I want to say musically. So I put a band together called the Black Eagles. And we rehearsed original song. We became historical because we were the first roots and culture reggae original band in New York City. At that time, I had finished my brother's restaurant business. I walked away from that. I wasn't cooking anymore. I wasn't making bagels anymore. I was driving taxi and making music. And thank God, from the 25 to 30, I got a hit record. And that was a blessing. That at the age of 30, I got a big #1 record in New York City. It was worth the journey from the dishwasher, the factory worker, the bagel maker, the cook, to become a recording artist. And now I'm a recording artist, I'm a producer, I'm a father of a Grammy Award winning band, and also still ministering in my faith. I'm also still cooking for my family, because when I cook at home, it's like a holiday. Everybody wants to taste what I cook. I make very good Jamaican sweet potato pudding. I make the best sweet potato pudding. Yeah,
I believe you.
because I use the natural coconut juice. Yes, I use the natural raisin and a little cherry in it, and a little cinnamon, a little vanilla, a little nutmeg, and that's your real Jamaica pudding. When it comes to cooking, I cook very good oxtail. As a Rasta man, you may not expected me to be cooking meat, but yes, I do cook certain meat. We don't eat shellfish and we don't eat pork, but we eat birds. Like the guinea chicken that man is cooking there. It sounds like it's going to be very good in that cane juice and rum. So,
yes.
you know, that is my journey as a Jamaican going through America, developing up from in the restaurant business, in the taxi business, and in the music business. And this is where you get to know about me, is in the music business.
So, at what point did your coworkers figure out that, you know, the Denroy that we used to cook with, that we used to wash dishes with, you know, at what point did they figure out that you had made that big leap into stardom?
Oh, well, a lot of those guys that I used to work with in the restaurant, you know, once I beginning to focus on the music business, I run into a couple of them on different occasions. But to actually able to say, oh, you know, you and I used to work together here and look at what's happening now. I am dealing with music now. We never really get to have that kind of conversation. There was one guy who was working with me in the bagel factory, and he became a detective and I became a recording artist. Wow. I remember seeing him, Cody was his name, and we had a very good time, and we was communicating together, you know, on what we were doing before we became who we become. So that was my experience. But the guys that I used to work with in the restaurant, you know, we never really see each other again because the direction changed and the places we go, different places. So I didn't get to say, look at what happened now. No.
Right,
it was a new day for me, new people.
And you move on. But
yes,
listen,
ma'am.
We hope you can stick around to see how this guinea bird turns out and these codfish cakes. So hang on. Hopefully you can stay with us. We'll go back to our chefs. I see Greg looks like he's plating. So Chef Alain, take us back to our chefs.
All right. So Chef Greg Wilson, if we can get Chef Greg Wilson unmuted. Chef Greg Wilson.
Pick it up. Okay. So this is codfish cake, pineapple salsa, tartar sauce, and fresh arugula.
Awesome.
Excellent. It's delicious. The curry gives the codfish cake a phenomenal flavor. Of course, the pepperiness of the arugula, the sweetness of the salsa, it all just blends in absolutely perfectly, you know? And we can come around this way and take a look at how the bread and butter is coming. It's getting close. Yeah, it's getting close.
Oh man, it looks delicious. Thank you, Chef Greg.
Awesome. So moving right along.
Okay.
I'm enjoying it. That's to show you. I think my own voice.
Awesome. We're gonna switch over to Chef Vladimir. Chef Vladimir, can you mute? Por favor.
Vas-y. Go ahead, go ahead. Vas-y. Alors, donc du coup, pour accompagner notre pintade, on va faire rôtir du giromon au four. Donc, je ne sais pas si vous le voyez bien. Donc, il est là. On l'a pris comme ça entièrement et on l'a mis dans le four pour qu'il puisse cuire dans son enveloppe à l'étouffer. Et lui donner un petit goût très subtil et pour ne pas dénaturer le goût du produit.
So Chef Vladimir roasted the whole pumpkin. He did not cut it into pieces. He just roasted it entirely like that in the oven. And from my understanding, he said that he wanted to do it as such. We do breadfruit the same way also. We roast it the whole, and it gives it that charred flavor, that natural flavor from the plant itself.
Ok, tu peux continuer. Ok, donc après, on va prendre des échalotes qu'on va couper très finement, qu'on va laisser infuser avec la chair du giromon, et avec un tout petit peu de sel pour pouvoir rehausser un tout petit peu le goût, sans trop en faire pour pas dénaturer le goût du produit.
Okay, so he's using also some shallots that he sliced really thin, and that he's gonna mix it with the pumpkin and some light spices, because he wants to make sure that he highlights the pumpkin.
Ouais. Après, on va faire une petite purée légère d'igname. Il faut savoir que pendant la période des fêtes, pendant la période de Noël, en Martinique, c'est de l'igname qu'on a l'habitude de consommer pour les repas de Noël. Donc là, je l'ai cuit de la même façon que le giromon, dans son enveloppe. Et après, je vais venir récupérer la chair à la cuillère pour pouvoir faire ma purée.
Okay, so Chef Vladimir said that he's also making a puree with the yam. It's not the traditional yam that we use here in the United States, for those who are watching in the United States. If you're from the Caribbean, you're familiar with this yam. So he roasted it entirely just the same way as it is a pumpkin. And yam is very popular in Martinique during the holidays.
Yes. Donc voilà, donc tout ça va venir accompagner la recette. Avec le giromon, je vais récupérer la chair. Il y a une partie dont je vais récupérer la chair que je vais passer au tamis, dans laquelle je vais incorporer un coulis d'herbes fraîches que j'ai récupéré de mon jardin ce matin pour faire des gnocchis d'igname aux herbes fraîches.
Okay, so what he did with the pumpkin is he strained it to a pan chinois, and he's mixing it with some fresh herbs. He made a spice of fresh herbs that, just like Chef Greg, he uses the herbs from the gardens that he has home, that he's gonna use it to incorporate with the pumpkin.
Voilà. Et puis après, on va dresser tout cela. Il y a la petite sauce qu'on va rajouter. On a récupéré les carcasses de la pintade qu'on a fait rôtir au four, qu'on a mouillé avec de l'eau et des aromates et qu'on a fait réduire très lentement, dans laquelle on a mis du rhum, on a fait flamber, toujours rester dans l'esprit, et tout cela va venir lier tous les ingrédients de notre assiette.
Okay, and for his sauce, he used the bones of the guinea fowl to make a stock that he let cook slowly for long hours with the rum also included. And that's what he's going to finish his dish with. Chef Vladimir, s'il te plaît, donc on va s'approcher très tôt de la finition. Si tu peux commencer avec le plat pour ouvrir la présentation pour nous, s'il te plaît.
J'ai pas très bien entendu.
Si tu peux commencer avec la présentation du plat.
D'accord, ok.
Ouais.
Okay. Enfin, je continue, je termine les dernières cuissons et on fait ça.
D'accord. Okay. Denroy, I don't know if you have anything else you want to talk to with Chef, with Mr. Morgan.
Yeah, Mr. Morgan, we don't want to keep you much longer, but question for you. I know you have a large family. Tell us what Christmas was like at the Morgan home. Tell us how large your family is, what Christmas was like. Now that you have, you are in your golden years and their grandchildren, tell us what Christmas is like in your home.
Well, Christmas in my home is not celebrated by me.
Okay.
It is celebrated by members of family. I do not support the Christmas because I know that it's a good cause, but there is lies around it. Jesus Christ was born on the 25th of December. So Christmas in my home is not really as it is in the average home.
Okay.
We have different days that we celebrate, like His Majesty birthday, Emperor Selassie birthday, His Majesty coronation, family birthday. But we always have gathering around Christmas and Thanksgiving, but not as celebrating the holiday as such. And in terms of the food situation, we cook every day at home. We don't really deal with refrigerator food so much.
Nice.
The family deal with fresh cooking food every day. You know, in America, a lot of people cook 2 or 3 times a week and they eat out of the fridge, the overnight food. No, we don't do it like that. We cook every day. Breakfast fresh, dinner fresh, every day. So that's how it is in my home and my children as they became.
And I hear there's a farm. I hear you have a farm.
Have a what?
I hear that there's a farm.
Yes, yeah, that is where I am right now in St. Thomas.
Oh,
St. Thomas and the Heritage Estate. Yes, we have a farm here, and we also have a tabernacle, and we have a ministry where we have morning prayer on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we are sabbatical because we believe in the Melchizedek priesthood order. So yes, we have a farm here, and we have an accommodation situation where we do a bed and breakfast type of business. We have a venue here. So it's a developing up at this time where we are now intending to start advertising and to get into the agritourism. And this is what we are doing here in Jamaica right now. The Heritage Estate has a farm.
Very, very nice. We are a group of travel agents, you know, travel agents selling the Caribbean. So I will definitely be in contact with you to learn more about your bed and breakfast situation so we can help you promote it. Everybody, you know, listening to this who sells Jamaica, I'm sure they'd be very interested to learn more about Heritage Farm and, you know, all of your unique offerings. What are some of the things that you have on the farm?
Well, we have a very special juice situation where we have guava and mango and pineapple where we store that in the fridge. So all year round, you can have juices from the property. And we grow a lot of things like banana and plantain and sorrel and vegetable like cucumbers and pop chow and callaloo. And we have coconuts also. So we have quite a few items: sweet cassava, sweet potato, turmeric, all these things we grow on the farm. So when you are a guest here, we try to make you taste the things that we grow. Like the chef was saying, everything that he was cooking with was out of his garden. So we try to make our juice a very special thing where the juice we make here is from our farm itself. So we're looking forward to, you know, having this going where your help as a person within the tourist industry can help us, because we are close to Bath Fountain, which is a very historical spa here in St. Thomas. And we offer gifts where you can go to Boston or in Portland. We take you to the Marley Museum. We also take you to the craft market. We also take you to Port Royal. So those are some of the package that we put together with people who come to spend some time with us here at the Heritage Estate.
So fantastic. Listen, let's go back over to that guinea bird. I'd love for you to see it before you leave. If you can stick around for a bit longer, we'd love to say goodbye before you leave. So we're going to head back over to Martinique to see what's where Chef Vladimir is in his preparation. And looks like he's, you know, he's there. He's almost there.
Okay.
Awesome. Chef Vladimir?
Oui, je t'écoute.
Ok. Si tu peux nous parler à quelle étape tu es au moment?
Donc là, je suis en train de faire la purée. Donc j'ai fait dessécher la chair qu'on a récupérée des ignames. J'ai mis un petit peu de lait. Et là, je suis en train de mettre un petit peu de beurre pour lui donner un côté gourmand et onctueux qu'on aime bien dans la purée.
Okay, so now he's working on the puree of yams. He added some milk and then he's finishing it up with a little bit of butter. Est-ce que tu utilises du beurre doux ou bien du beurre salé?
Du beurre doux. Et je vais venir rajouter de la fleur de sel dedans.
Okay, so he's using unsalted butter right now, and he's gonna add
Je vais faire bip comme toi.
salt flour in it. And for those who don't know, once you add butter at the end of a dish, it gives it that extra richness, creaminess that we love so much in creamy sauces. Oh, well, look, I don't know if you guys can see Chef Greg's bread pudding.
It looks amazing. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
What a nice golden crust.
It is very, very, very nice. And can you imagine eating those with the rum raisin ice cream?
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Chef Greg got me what to cook tonight, but I'm gonna cook tonight.
But Chef Greg, tell us about you when we spoke earlier, you told me about how salted cod came about, at least in Bermuda. Tell our audience about the connection you have with the Turks and Caicos Islands.
Yes. So all this intrinsically tied with the Caribbean. Many people think we're part of the Caribbean, but we're really not. We're 1,000 miles north of the closest land point would be Turks and Caicos Island. And the affinity with Turks and Caicos, if you go there, many of the streets and the people's names resemble Bermuda names, simply because in the mid-18th century, we used to sail down, Bermudians used to sail down to the Turks and Caicos and rake the salt beds. And they used to take this salt and trade it up the eastern seaboard of the USA all the way up to Newfoundland. And of course, getting up to Newfoundland, trading for fish, most times it was cod. And because cod is abundant in the New England area all the way up to Newfoundland. And so they would salt it to preserve it on the journey back to Bermuda. And so it became a part of our staple, here in Bermuda. And every Sunday morning throughout this entire island, we have a dish called codfish breakfast. And it's codfish, it's potatoes, avocado, banana, and boiled egg. And it comes with two sauces. We make a tomato sauce, and then we also make a onion sauce, which is just sauteed onions and butter. And every family, before they go to church, they fill up on that, because here in Bermuda, when I was a little kid, we'd go to church for 2-3 hours. So that's how fish became a part of Bermuda staple.
Fantastic. And I mean, I think that story is pretty much, I don't know about the salt trading, but, I'm sure codfish is used in every Caribbean island. And I'm sure the root of the story lies in what you just described, with us trying to use the salt to preserve the fish, because, there's limited refrigeration. So that sounds like a story that our ancestors handed down to every single island. Yes. And what's been so amazing about these cooking shows is, despite our differences in language, we might have been colonized by different superpowers. The common thread through all of the islands, with very few exceptions, is the food, the cuisine. The same ingredients, similar cooking techniques. We all came from the same people. We may have been dropped off in different regions, different islands, but ultimately, when you look closely, there's a really strong tie between all of the islands and their type of food. But
that's what you call it. You call it rum. Every island has rum.
Yes.
This is our common denominator. This is also what keeps our skin looking so healthy. So I'm gonna make a local drink. This is called a dark and stormy. Okay? And again, this is something that we all we grew up on it. Okay? And it's the Gosling rum. And we mix it with ginger beer soda. Okay? And you can find ginger beer everywhere. They make ginger beer throughout the Caribbean. I've had it in St. Lucia, I've had it in Jamaica, I've had it in St. Kitts and Antigua, I've had it all over the place. But you mix that this and this is the traditional dark and storm. Some people take fruit and have a slice of lime with it. I'm not a fruity guy.
Salud.
Salud. Yep, Chef Alain, take us back to Martinique so we can see. I'm dying to see that guinea bird.
Yes. If I want to make a little quick anecdote, like you said, the food ties us and all those islands and lady codfish is as well very popular. And when he was describing the codfish with the plantains, the potatoes, and the eggs, the tomato sauce and the onions, it brought me back to home directly.
Yep.
Especially on Easter Sunday or Good Friday.
Good Friday. Yep.
We eat that a lot throughout the Caribbean. Like we say, food is the universal language. No matter once you talk food, you're talking everybody's language.
Yep, it's definitely a Caribbean language.
Yes, definitely.
Yep. So what does Chef Vladimir have for us? I want us to see this bird so we can start playing.
Chef Vladimir?
Chef Vladimir, yes.
On est prêt pour la présentation?
Comment? Allô?
Oui, je te demande.
Is he plating?
Yes, we're listening.
Yeah, no, la présentation du plat.
Non, encore 5 bonnes minutes.
5 more minutes. Vladimir says if you can give him 5 more minutes.
Okay, let me go back to Mr. Morgan. So,
all right.
So, Mr. Morgan, tell us. It sounds like you lived the American dream. It sounds like you're now living the Jamaican dream. It sounds like you have it all. What's next in your journey? I know that you just wrote a book. You may not be doing as many performances because of COVID, but any new music in the making?
Yes, I have a new album that will be released in the early part of the year next year.
Oh, fantastic. Is it reggae?
It will be called Divine Destiny. Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I also have an online ministry. It's called the Abrahamic Covenant Family Ministry. And we minister to different churches and different organizations because the uniqueness about us is that we believe that the Messianic mission is a shared mission between the Redeemer and the Restorer. And we deal with our faith spiritually, not religiously. So the ministry is what I'm focusing on. And my children and my grandchildren are carrying on the music more than I am really putting into the music now. They are the ones that is carrying that. But my new album will be released next year. And that's where I am right now.
Tell us about your sons, Morgan Heritage. I love them. I've seen them perform. They're so full of energy. What was it like? I mean, were you like a Joe Jackson with the Jacksons influencing your children? What role did you really play? Did they follow your path? Tell us how that came about.
No, I was not like a Joe Jackson. I was like a Denroy Morgan, where the sacrifice, because my career was peaking at the time when I decided to get off the road and put some time in my children. There was in junior high school and high school when I had a big hit record and was touring with R&B artists like Frankie Beverly and Mays and Evelyn Champagne King, Archie Bell and the Drells. And I saw the talent in my children and I was thinking futuristically. I said, they are coming, I am going. So I took time off from my career touring to build Morgan Heritage. And today I have no regret. I remember at that time I was saying, oh, these are the children of Denroy Morgan. Now I am saying, I am the father of Morgan heritage.
Can you imagine
So
that?
it shows you how the seed that I sow has grown and bear wonderful fruit, because the music they present to the world, the music they create, I see where it has helped. Many people come up to us and say, that music did help me go through this rough time in my life. And I am just so grateful for the way the Spirit work with my children as being obedient children and the ones that has musical talent, because I have children that are into education, children that are into medicine, and children that are also into law. But the fullness of the music is the vehicle that carry the liberty as a ministry to the world. So I give thanks for those that got the talent and use it in obedience to do what the Almighty Creator has in store for us to do.
So is there going to be a Morgan, a Heritage Farm cookbook? Is that something in the works?
Oh, we thought about that at some point, but that would have to come together with the entire family. It won't be a Denroy Morgan project. It will be a Morgan family project, as you so rightfully suggest. Yes, I think now that you mentioned that, being who you are, I'm going to take it as a prophetic suggestion. So
let's do
we'll
it.
look into that.
Let's do it. Listen, we hope you can stick around. We want to play some of your music. My DJ has it all queued up, but let's go check on this guinea bird. We can't get the bird too overcooked. Let's check on the guinea bird. Hopefully we can come back and listen to one of your songs so that the audience can really enjoy. Take us back to 1980. So hold for a few moments. Let's see where we are.
The big one was 1981. I'll do anything for you. I'll do anything for you.
1981. Yep.
Yes.
We're gonna play that in a moment. Let's see what the Martinique chef is up to, and we will come back and close up with some great music.
Oui, on est là.
Tu es prêt pour la présentation?
Ouais, 2 petites minutes. Je termine ma cuisson et c'est bon.
Ok. So, Chef Vladimir, pendant que tu fais tes préparatifs, peux-tu nous dire plus sur toi?
Oui. Sur moi?
Oui.
D'accord. Ben, j'ai commencé la cuisine à l'âge de 16 ans.
So, Chef Alain, is he ready or does he need some more time?
It is a little bit more time.
Okay, I'm gonna have the DJ. Line things up. We'll get started.
All right.
Oui, je parle encore ou?
Ben oui, tu peux parler.
Oui, donc j'ai commencé la cuisine à l'âge de 16 ans. Mais on va dire que réellement, j'ai commencé la cuisine, enfin, j'ai toujours cuisiné dès que j'étais en mesure de pouvoir comprendre et tenir un couteau.
Okay. All right, so now we're going to switch to the DJ. All right. Until the DJ starts, let me give you guys a little bit of background of Chef Vladimir. So Chef Vladimir is from Martinique, and he started cooking at the age of 16. And then he moved to France, where he went to study culinary arts. And he moved back to Martinique in 2016, and that's when he's been working at some restaurants. And in 2019, he was named a culinary ambassador for Martinique. He has worked at some of the top restaurants in France and also in Martinique. And he's a very talented chef. If you get a chance to go on his social media pages, and you guys will be able to see the dishes that he's done, the work he's done in Martinique, with highlighting the cuisine, the local cuisine, and using the ingredients as he's doing tonight, using the local ingredients to create his dish. He's a very talented chef, I can tell you that. And I don't know if the DJ is ready, or we queuing in, or we...
Yes, he's queuing in. Let him know we're ready.
All right. And I'm not sure if everybody understands the magnitude of tonight, We have Mr. Morgan with us tonight. And this is something very historic and whew, I mean, I have thrills and I have, goosebumps and everything going on right now because we have this legend in the house with us tonight.
Okay. He's queuing up. Mr. Let's see, we're having some. I think he's playing, but we just can't hear it. Let's see if we can get this sorted out.
Okay, I believe Chef Vladimir is working on his presentation right now. Chef Vladimir, if you, and while we're waiting for the DJ to get on with the sound, Chef Vladimir, if you can unmute, yes. So if you can tell us what you're going on right now.
Yes,
Vladimir, tu veux nous dire ce que tu fais maintenant?
Les blancs de la pintade.
Okay.
Donner un côté croustillant sur la peau.
So he's searing the breast part of the fowl and he's pouring the sauce. So he's making sure that that side that he's searing is crispy and golden.
Voilà. Dessus, j'ai mis notre lac que j'ai fait avec le sirop de batterie et le rhum.
So now he, like I said, he brushed the other side with the rum sauce, the lacquer sauce that he made with the rum.
Voilà. Donc là, j'ai fait cuire les gnocchis aux herbes fraîches du jardin.
And he cooked the gnocchi. Like I said, he made the gnocchi with the yams and with some fine herbs from his garden. So he cooked it.
Voilà. Donc là, je vais venir disposer ma viande. Je vais la couper pour la rendre un peu plus présentable.
And now he's cutting the guinea fowl breast on the bias.
On va le présenter. Tiens, on va la tailler en 3.
So he's making 3 cuts on the bias.
Oh, that looks good.
Yes.
Voilà.
I hope they're taking lots of pictures because that's beautiful.
It is.
And so the DJ is ready. So when he is, tell you what, let me have the DJ start playing while he's cooking and while he's plating, and we'll come back to him.
Okay.
Donc là, j'ai mon petit coulis d'herbes fraîches que je veux mettre au fond de l'assiette, comme ça, pour revenir aromatiser un petit peu et puis décorer aussi notre assiette.
It's a very, very colorful plate.
Yes, and this is the coulis that he made with the fresh herbs.
On va mettre du poivre, on va mettre un peu de bois d'Inde. On va venir écraser comme ça au mortier, grossièrement. Des petites baies roses aussi.
And right now he's using a traditional mortar to crack some spices.
Comme ça, on va un peu épicer notre viande avec les petits aromates, les poivres, tout ça, etc. On va venir le disposer comme ça sur l'assiette. Voilà. Là, on a les gnocchis qu'on a réchauffés. Donc, on va venir aussi, pareil, les mettre sur l'assiette pour accompagner le tout.
Now he's using his gnocchi. As you can see, the gnocchi are a little green. It's because he really infused them with fresh herbs. The fresh herbs that, like he said in the beginning, that he grows in his own garden. And that's one of the beauty of the Caribbean. You grow your own spices, fruits, and vegetables right in your backyard.
Yep, that's the way to do it. I think the music is starting now.
Et là, je vais venir décorer le tout. Je vais venir mettre
Yeah, let's mute everyone else so we can hear this music.
du jardin.
Chef Vladimir, on te revient tout de suite.
It's a little low. It's a bit low. I can hear it, but it's very low. I told the DJ to turn it up. One of my favorite songs. Okay, thank you so much for that. We really hope that that brought memories back for everyone. Whenever I hear that song, it takes me back to 1981, where life was so much simpler. Life was sweeter. You know, Mr. Morgan, I can't tell you how thrilled I was today to have this opportunity to speak with you and to catch up on you know, what's been happening in your life. You know that we hadn't heard from you for many years, but of course your memories live on in your very popular sons who produce great music. So any last words from you? You know, we're coming to Jamaica. We're coming to see you. When you come back to New York, we have to connect. But any last words from Heritage Farm? Your volume is off. Your volume. Yes, there you go.
Yes. So I really thank you for having me on the program, and I look forward to meet you in person.
Yes.
I look forward for us to work together as we develop our property here and the business that we expect to do on this property.
We are so excited for our travel advisors. Coming soon, Heritage Farm in St. Thomas, Jamaica. We will definitely make all the information available to you once we have brochures and the property is fully up and operational. Mr. Denroy Morgan, thank you so much for joining us here today and sharing a piece of history with us. And you know, this is what we do as island people at Christmas time, at the holiday time. We sit at the table, we talk old stories, we reminisce, we talk about the food, we talk about the old times. So you really helped us to recreate a Caribbean table during the holidays. I want to thank you so much. Hallelujah. If you want to stick around to see this bird being plated, be our guest. But thank you, and have a very, well, I know you don't celebrate Christmas, but enjoy your family, enjoy the holidays. I know you're in Jamaica, so you're having a great time, and we look forward to reconnecting when you come back to New York. Let's stay tuned for this bird.
Okay, my sister.
Thank you.
God bless, and thanks for having me. And y'all have a good evening and a blessed weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Chef Vladimir, on est pour toi.
Comment?
On est prêt pour toi, Chef Vladimir.
Allô? Non,
Oui, on est prêt.
Oui. Enfin, maintenant, Quoi? J'entends rien. Ils entendent là? Donc, du coup, on a un petit problème. Moi, je ne vous entends pas, mais apparemment, vous m'entendez. Donc là, on va passer à la dernière étape de la recette. Donc là, on a déjà terminé le dressage de l'assiette. Dans la petite assiette, nous avons mis la compotée de giromont. Ouais. Donc là, au fond de l'assiette, nous avons mis la petite compotée de giromont que nous avons faite. Le dressage est terminé. Dans la petite fiole, on a mis le petit jus réduit de pintade, de carcasse de pintade, avec le rhum des héritiers Matco. Et là, on va venir mettre la purée légère comme ça, qui va venir recouvrir notre purée, notre compotée de giromont, et qui va apporter un jeu de texture différent.
Okay, so now on the main plate we have the guinea fowl, the breast of the guinea fowl that he lacquered with the rum sauce, and the small plate that you guys seen on the side, that's where he had the pumpkin compote, and in the canister that's his yam foam. So he made a yam foam, and then the little, I guess, little pot on the side, the clay pot. That's where the that he reduced with the bones. That's included.
Can we do a close-up? Because it looks great, but we'd like to see it close up.
Oui, est-ce qu'on peut approcher du plat pour qu'on puisse voir plus?
There you go. That's beautiful.
Tu veux qu'on, j'ai pas compris, tu veux qu'on fasse quoi?
Zoom. Rapproche la caméra sur le plat pour qu'on puisse.
Elle est où la caméra? Ah d'accord. La caméra, il faut rapprocher la caméra sur le plat.
Oui, rapproche la caméra, s'il te plaît.
Attends, parce que là, on voit pas très bien.
Qui c'est qui peut faire ça?
On peut prendre vos plans.
Sortez 30 secondes.
Ouais.
approcher du plat.
Approchez la caméra, s'il vous plaît.
Oui, ils sont en train de le faire là.
Ok, merci.
Il faut que je fasse rentrer le pied. Moi, tu fais pas rentrer le pied. Ah, tu la tiens comme ça? Ouais, très bien, c'était nickel.
Tu vas stabiliser?
Go. Donc, très bien. Donc là, on a terminé le dressage du plat.
Tout ce qui est là?
Ouais.
J'enlève tout ça.
Donc là, on a mis la compotée de giromont au fond de cette assiette-là. On a fait notre purée légère d'igname qu'on a mis comme ça par-dessus. Dessus, j'ai mis un tout petit peu de poudre de moringa que j'ai fait sécher pour saupoudrer, comme si c'était du poivre, sauf que j'assaisonne avec de la moringa, avec un petit peu, des petites feuilles de couresse et des petites fleurs de chez moi.
Donne-moi une seconde.
Dans ça.
Donne-moi une seconde. Laisse-moi expliquer ça. So the bowl with the white stuff on top is the one that has the pumpkin compote, and he topped it with the yam foam, and he also dried some moringa leaves that he used to sprinkle over the dish. And now he's going to the next plate to explain to us. Vas-y, chef.
Donc, dans cette petite fiole, j'ai fait réduire le jus avec les carcasses que j'ai mis dedans et que je vais venir verser comme ça au milieu, qui va venir aromatiser et lier tout notre plat.
Okay, so the clay pot that he has that contains the reduction of the bones of the guinea fowl that he did earlier with some rum in it. So he said that to conclude the dish, before serving, he pours that sauce over the guinea fowl breast.
Nice. That's great.
Brings the whole dish together.
Voilà.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Donc du coup, là on a le jus, on a nos gnocchis, notre coulis, notre pintade marinée au rhum, cuite dans du jus de canne à sucre, laquée avec du sirop de batterie. Là, on a la sauce. On va venir verser la sauce, comme ça, au milieu. Et en fait, ça va venir lier le tout. Et on va pouvoir piocher comme ça les différents éléments de l'assiette pour pouvoir déguster.
Awesome.
Voilà.
Merci. Donc, like Chef said, he said that he was doing the guinea fowl. Like I said, it was a guinea fowl. It's called Pintade Fermière, and it's from Martinique. And he marinated it in the rum. The rum is called Matco, and it's rum agricole. Then he slowly cooked the guinea fowl and sugarcane juices with some spices and fresh herbs. And he made yam gnocchis with fresh herbs from the garden. And also he has a compote of pumpkin top with a yam mousse and some fresh herbs also. So all these ingredients, like he said, especially yam is very popular in Martinique during the holidays. Chef Vladimir, ça me semble très délicieux. Et
merci.
Je te remercie beaucoup.
Merci à vous.
We want to say thank you to Chef Vladimir. Thank you to Chef Greg Wilson for pleasing our eyes tonight. I don't know for you guys, about you guys, but me, from where I am, I already can taste everything. Just hearing the ingredients and the techniques that the chefs use, it sounds amazing and very delicious. Again, thank you.
Merci à tout le monde, c'était un réel plaisir de pouvoir partager ce moment avec vous, ce moment d'échange avec toute la Caraïbe. Et j'espère qu'on pourra reproduire ce genre d'événement à l'avenir et on pourra tous se rencontrer quand cette situation sera oubliée derrière. Bien. Merci. Je tiens à remercier Stéphane et Stevie aussi qui ont permis de pouvoir mettre cette recette en œuvre grâce à leurs produits et tout l'amour qu'ils y mettent dedans et qu'on puisse mélanger tout ça et pouvoir créer quelque chose de sympa et intéressant.
Merci. So Chef Vladimir said that he's thanking us, everybody, for allowing him to be with us tonight. and he wishes that we can do this again, and hopefully we can do it with everybody together. And he wants to thank Matt Code for the rum and the other gentleman for the guinea fowl, because they contributed to making his dish a possibility tonight. We want to thank you also to Chef Greg. Chef Greg just his bread pudding with the rum raisin. I don't know if you guys were looking at it.
Je t'assure, je t'écoute. Et c'est super bon. Alors, attends, c'est moi qui ai la plus grosse bouche.
That's beautiful.
So again, we want to say thank you to the chefs. We had Chef Greg Wilson from Bermuda, Chef Vladimir Francois from Martinique. Each chef created an amazing dish of dishes. You know, Chef Greg did his codfish cakes with the lemon salsa.
Ah, ben c'est super expérience.
Yes.
C'est super beau, attends.
Voilà, ça refroidit et tout, etc. Donc,
with the raisin ice cream. And he also showed us his traditional drink, which is the Black Seal, the rum.
The dark and stormy.
With ginger beer. And Chef Vladimir did the guinea fowl with the pumpkin and the yam on the side. So thank you again to the chefs. Thank you for entertaining us tonight and giving us great ideas to celebrate the Caribbean Christmas.
Fantastic. We're going to, we want to thank you, Chef Alain, for doing a fantastic job.
Thank you, thank you.
And we have a steel pan player who is standing by to serenade us with some carols. He's going to get started. Don't leave, don't go away. The show is not over. We have lots of people to thank. A lot of our chefs are going to join us on Zoom, just so you can see their faces, just so we can thank everyone. So our steel band player, are you ready, Johnny?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's take it away, and we'll come back and do all our thank yous and goodbyes and wish everyone a Merry Christmas. And of course to Mr. Morgan, Mr. Denroy Morgan himself. We want to thank you for your presence. That was a really great interview and lots of information. Fantastic. Yes, that was fantastic. That was fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And happy holidays to all the guys, the girls over there.
Thank you so much, Johnny. That was amazing. That was a nice little taste. Next year we want to be able to do it outdoors when times are better.
And you have the full band at that time.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you for giving us a little taste of Christmas, a little taste of the Caribbean Christmas. And we wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. Hopefully you got some good.
Also to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Hopefully you got some good tips that you can bring to the Christmas table.
Say again, sorry?
hopefully you got some good cooking tips that you can bring to the Christmas table.
Actually, it's difficult to choose one because all of them are good.
I'm telling you, right? I'm telling you. But let's get back to
those.
Fantastic. Well, let's bring all our chefs in. I know we have Greg. I see Greg tempting us with his ice cream. I see we still have Chef Vladimir. Kelly, are you on? Let's bring back in Chef Alain.
I'm here.
Okay, let's see who else we have. I saw Chef let's see, Orlando was on earlier. Chef Orlando, are you here? Greg, I see you're digging in, huh?
Yes.
It's delicious.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. Kelly, are you going to jump on so we can thank everyone and do all of our say all of our thank yous and wish everyone a very Merry Christmas?
Thank you.
Merci.
Well, it's been a long evening. I want to say thank you to the
Thank you.
I want to say thank you to all of the chefs. Chef Vladimir, your guinea fowl was amazing. To Chef
Elle a dit que ta pintade était super, était formidable. Merci. Merci.
To Chef Greg, I'm just so jealous right now with that ice cream, the codfish cakes, the salsa, the pineapple salsa, and your bread and butter pudding. I mean, that is simply amazing, outstanding. If it tastes half as good as it looks. And I know, Chef Greg, you have your own steakhouse in Bermuda. And, you know, we really, really appreciate all of the fantastic chefs that participated in the 12 days of Caribbean cooking. It actually was 13 days. We had our opening ceremony on right after Thanksgiving on November 29th. And we actually had to add one more day because we just kept getting chefs who were interested. You know, the support was overwhelming. And we did not want to, you know, it was like no chef left behind. We wanted every destination that stepped up to be represented. And so just to recap, we had 31 chefs from 21 Caribbean destinations. And we did 15 episodes of chefs coming together and showcasing their culinary talents. Of course, every recipe had to include some rum because we know at Christmas in the Caribbean, everything tastes better with rum. So interestingly, one of the big ingredients was sorrel. There were so many creative ways that people incorporated sorrel into their meals. But I just want to go through the entire list of chefs. And I'm waiting for Kelly to come on because I'd like to identify every chef who participated with us. We had from Anguilla, we had Chef Kelston Connor. From Antigua and Barbuda, we had Chef Claude Lewis, James Murphy, Roderick Beezer, and Giovanni Meyer. From the Bahamas, we had Simeon Hall. From Barbados, we had Wilwar Jordan. We had from Belize, we had Sean Coulian. From Bermuda tonight, we had Greg Wilson. From the BVI, we had Arik Flax Clark. From Curacao, we had Stephanie Nerandas. From Dominica, we had Francis Randy Prosper. From Grenada, we had Lisette Davis as well as Belinda Bishop. Guadeloupe, we had Jimmy Briback, or Brirac, is it? Okay. From Guyana, we have Bribrac, okay. From Guyana, we had Tamika Young. From Haiti, we had Natasha Supplice Henry. From Haiti, we also had Stéphane Beirut Durand. From Martinique, we had Gabby Martinon. From Martinique as well, we had Vladimir Francois, and I can't even pronounce that last name, but Chef Vladimir, we know who you are. You were amazing. From St. Lucia, the godfather himself, Chef Orlando Satchel. He was very instrumental in mobilizing a lot of the chefs through his connections and his networks. Also from St. Lucia, we had a vegan chef. We had Chef Empress Eve. St. Lucia, again, we had Edna Butcher. From St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we had Samara Murphy. From the Turks and Caicos Islands, we had two lovely ladies, Jenny Talbot, and we also had Renarda Williams. From Trinidad and Tobago, we had Ansel Farrier, who goes as Chef Soka. From the USVI, we had Michael Watson, and we also had Julius Jackson. And I don't know why I feel like I didn't call Jamaica. Did I call Jamaica? Hugh St. Clair, Chef Irie. Somehow I feel like I skipped over Jamaica.
You missed it.
And so there you have it, folks. Those were our 31 chefs from 21 different Caribbean islands. I tell you, the ancestors brought us together because we're one people.
You forgot Belize, so it was 31 destinations with Belize. And
I did call Belize. I did call Belize. Chef, Sean Cullian?
Yes.
Yes. So I think I got everyone. I think I might have skipped over Jamaica somehow. But as we said, 31 chefs, 21 destinations. Kelly, take it away.
I just really want to thank everybody. And I mean, doing this thing virtually was really, really painful. Just seeing all the food that you couldn't taste. And right now, Greg and whoever is with him is just digging into those, you know, into that cake. And I can't have any. But I mean, it was an amazing feat. It was hard work, but thanks to all the chefs, thanks to the camaraderie of all the chefs as well, and bringing in 31 destinations, 21 destinations, 31 chefs. That was amazing. And I am so ready to do it again, but we have to bring this on some destination. We have to bring it where there is water, there is water and mountains and sunshine. So 2021, if we aren't doing this virtual next year, we are going to be bringing that to an actual destination. We can, the virtual thing works, but we need an actual festival where we can walk to each destination via a booth, via
exactly.
a booth. And
just dig in.
And just dig in the amazing food that we saw for the past 13 days. And thank you to all of our travel advisors who've been there supporting us. I mean, there were some names we saw every single day, like Miriam Samuels, Jeanette Sinclair, Wendy. I mean, there were some people who stood with us every single day. Thank you so much for the support. We do this for you, the travel advisors, to find more ways, to find more creative ways of selling more Caribbean destinations. We are not just the sun and sea. There is so much history, culture, and we wanted to show you how you could sell more Caribbean through our culinary journey, and to see how we are all very different, but we all the same, because we had two chefs who were cooking on coal pots the same day. I'm not sure if they discussed that before, but it was just amazing that the way they came together, and hearing Greg talk about codfish, where it came from, and Turks and Caicos, and all of that. It has just been a really, really good learning experience and a fantastic journey for us all. So thank you, every single person who had a way of playing, especially Orlando, who brought us all the chefs. Without you, I don't think we would have gotten all of those chefs. And next year it's going to be bigger. Next year we'll bring all the 700 Caribbean destinations in part to be part of this journey. So I'm so excited.
Yeah, and we already have dates for next year, whether we do it virtually or we do it in person. We already have the dates for next year, so mark your calendars. It starts the Sunday right after Thanksgiving, which would be November 28th. So we're going to go from November 28th all the way to December 10th. So mark your calendars, because we're going to do this all over again. Who knows, we may have to add another show during the day, because we're already getting so many requests from all of the destinations. And, I think our feeling is any destination that wants to be showcased, we will find a way somehow, somewhere to incorporate them so that every island can be showcased. As you know, TASC, we have quickly become the voice of the Caribbean trade. And we want to thank all of our travel advisors and to remind you that you can view all of the episodes on our YouTube channel. So subscribe, dig in, feel free to share it with your clients. And of course, during the first quarter of 2021, we will be releasing an ebook featuring the recipes of all these chefs. So you'll get an opportunity to also share these recipes with your clients, because we know when travel reopens and all the markets reopen in 2021, it will not be business as usual. The Caribbean has to compete with every other destination in the world because everyone is suffering. So we can't come back to the marketplace with the same old offerings. We have to mix it up. We have to vary it. We have to curate new experiences. So listen, it's 7 o'clock. It was an extended version. Happy holidays to all of our chefs. We love you all. You guys were fantastic. Enjoy the holidays with your family. Cook some good food. We will be in touch. But eat, drink, be merry, celebrate Christmas, celebrate the Caribbean. Thank you so much. See you soon.
Thank you so much. And next week, we'll be doing something very light, cocktails and conversations. So next week, we hope to see all of our travel advisors in our cocktails, conversations, and sunset in the BVI. So once again, thank you so much for the support.
Thank you, guys. It was amazing. Have a very Merry Christmas and a bright and prosperous 2021.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Happy holidays.
Thank
you. Thank you.
Joyeux Noël, Chef Vladimir.
Bye.
Bye-bye.